Why many stay mediocre? The allure of mediocrity is overwhelmingly powerful in our society. David Schwartz insightfully observed, all around you is an environment that is trying to pull you down to second-class street. This gravitational pull towards average, towards settling rather than striving, is pervasive and often unyielding. In this environment, the dominant mindset is dangerously limited. The majority seem fixated on superficial victories, like outmaneuvering colleagues or competitors, often resorting to manipulation and office politics to claim a temporary upper hand. Trapped in this endless cycle, most individuals find themselves merely scraping by, competing with the vast majority for the smallest pieces of a pie that could be much larger. This relentless competition for minimal gains is not a mandatory life sentence. There exists an alternative, a life rich with the realization of one's deepest aspirations, be it achieving complete financial independence, steering your own ship in your professional life, or exploring the world's wonders with your loved ones. Yet, despite the availability of such dreams, the vast majority will never seize these opportunities. The comfort and security of blending in with the crowd, of not standing out, proves too comforting for many. The fear of stepping away from the known and venturing into the unknown paralyzes them. They prefer the familiar confines of mediocrity over the uncertain potential of exceptional success. Breaking free from this mold requires more than just desire, it demands a fundamental shift in mindset and approach. It begins with rejecting the common narrative that measures success by comparison to others and instead, embracing a personal metric of success defined by one's values and visions. It requires courage to step out of the mainstream current and carve a path that is uniquely yours. To embark on this journey towards a life less ordinary, one must first acknowledge the harsh truth that most people are content with mediocrity because they are conditioned to fear failure. Fear of failure, however, is a much more formidable enemy than failure itself. Overcoming this fear means understanding that failure is merely a stepping stone on the path to success, a natural part of personal and professional growth. Imagine a life where you are not dictated by the fears of the average, where every decision you make moves you closer to your ultimate goals. Picture yourself living a life where your work is not a mere means to an end, but a fulfilling expression of your passions and talents. Envision having the freedom to shape your days, choose your adventures, and provide for your loved ones not just financially but emotionally and spiritually by being truly present. This extraordinary life is not just a fantasy. It is achievable with the right mindset, strategies, and determination. Start by defining what success genuinely means to you, not by society's standards, but by your personal fulfillment and happiness. Educate yourself continuously, not just in your field, but in the broader skills of life management and self-sufficiency. Cultivate resilience, for the road less traveled is fraught with challenges and setbacks that will test your resolve. In conclusion, stepping away from mediocrity and moving towards a life of exceptional success is no small feat. It requires a paradigm shift from seeking external validation to fostering internal growth and satisfaction. By doing so, you not only escape the pull of second-class street, but also pave a golden road for yourself, defined by authenticity, purpose, and profound satisfaction. Many people have a profound fear of failure. To them, failure is not just a setback, it's a direct reflection of their self-worth. In their minds, if they fail at something, it's because they are inherently inadequate. This mindset ties their self-esteem so closely to their performance that any misstep becomes proof of their insufficiency. It's a debilitating belief that keeps them locked in mediocrity because without the willingness to fail, they close themselves off to learning from their mistakes. Consider this: what if you redefined success? Imagine adopting a formula for success that goes against the grain, where the key to advancement is, surprisingly, increasing your rate of failure. Thomas J. Watson once said, "Would you like me to give you a formula for success? It's quite simple, really, double your rate of failure." You are thinking of failure as the enemy of success. But it isn't at all. You can be discouraged by failure, or you can learn from it, so go ahead and make mistakes. Make all you can. Because remember, that's where you will find success. This perspective shifts the paradigm from fearing failure to embracing it as an essential step towards growth. If you're unwilling to encounter failure, you essentially resign yourself to mediocrity. However, if you aspire to transform into an extraordinary version of yourself, you must be prepared to face failures, and plenty of them. Failure is more than just a stumbling block, it serves as a humbling force that molds your character. It teaches you to take your imperfections with humor and not to take life too seriously, facilitating a lightheartedness that can make life's challenges more manageable. Embracing failure can dramatically accelerate your growth, much like a plant that thrives exponentially when moved from the shade into the sunlight. When I first ventured into blogging, my biggest fear was negative feedback. I vividly remember one particularly harsh comment on an early article that declared it the worst the reader had ever encountered. It was a pivotal moment that could have discouraged me, but instead, it spurred a pivotal realization about the nature of criticism and failure. This journey of embracing failure is not about seeking out disappointment, but about stepping out of the comfort zone and facing the inevitable setbacks that come with trying new things. Each failure provides valuable lessons that contribute to personal growth and self-improvement. As you learn to navigate through failures, you develop resilience, adaptability, and a deeper understanding of your capabilities. In essence, if you want to escape the ordinary and achieve greatness, you must be willing to persist through numerous failures. Let each misstep teach you something new, and use that knowledge to refine your strategies and improve. The path to excellence is paved with the bricks of lessons learned from each failure. Embrace this path, and you will transform not only your perception of success, but also the very essence of who you are. For months after receiving harsh feedback, I was deeply affected. In response, I dulled the edges of my writing, making my articles as unobjectionable and bland as possible. Before I would dare to publish anything, I would painstakingly review it, asking myself, no one could criticize this, right? Driven by a fear of failure and rejection, my work remained uninspired and average for years. It wasn't until I started to entertain the possibility of failure that my writing began to take on new life and vigor. Benjamin Hardy advises, don't seek praise, seek criticism. This concept might seem counterintuitive at first, but it holds a profound truth. By opening yourself up to the possibility of failure, you also open the door to unprecedented levels of success. While many prefer the comfort of entertainment and distraction, the path of learning and growth involves embracing challenges and even welcoming failure. This is a tough pill to swallow because, inherently, learning is difficult. It requires going to counseling, becoming a dedicated student of your craft, and facing constant setbacks, none of which are particularly enjoyable activities. Hal Elrod has insightfully noted, repetition can be boring or tedious, which is why so few people ever master anything. However, this mundane truth is actually advantageous for those willing to persist through monotony. Darren Hardy, an uber-successful entrepreneur, once commented on how he welcomes difficulty. I'm always glad when something is difficult because that means most people won't bother with it. This perspective is critical. It means that the field is wide open for those few who do persevere. Embracing a lifestyle of learning and self-education might be a novel concept for you. Yet, consider this, each day that you spend reading a book, millions of others choose not to. Every morning you rise early to create and produce, millions more opt to sleep in. Each day you decide to continue on your journey, countless others give up. This relentless commitment sets you apart in a profound way. Ironically, it's often the least worthwhile rewards that have the fiercest competition. But once you prioritize learning and growth, you start to recognize the rare 1% of opportunities that can truly change your life. What's more, these opportunities typically face far less competition. Most continue to scramble over the trivial and mundane, competing with the mediocre majority. This revelation can dramatically shift your perspective. As you move away from seeking safety and fear-driven writing, you begin to embrace risks and the potential rewards that come with them. You start to write not for universal approval, but for genuine expression and innovation. This shift can be liberating, allowing your creativity and talent to flourish. Understanding that most people avoid difficulty provides a strategic advantage. It becomes clear that the real competition is not in surpassing others, but in surpassing your former self, by embracing challenges and continuously seeking improvement. This journey of transformation doesn't just lead to becoming a better writer or professional, it molds you into a more resilient, insightful, and fulfilled individual. In essence, embracing failure is not just about accepting defeat. It's about recognizing that each setback is a stepping stone towards greater achievements. It's about understanding that the true value lies not in universal praise or avoidance of criticism, but in the relentless pursuit of growth, learning, and, ultimately, mastery of your craft. This mindset not only sets the stage for professional success, but also for a rewarding and enriching life. Exiting the typical game of mediocrity and stepping away from the masses is a choice few dare to make, yet it is the only path to extraordinary success. Often, deep down, many harbor doubts about their capabilities, nurturing a belief that they are not destined for greatness. This mindset is a self-fulfilling prophecy because if you do not believe in your potential, you are unlikely to achieve anything beyond the ordinary. Reflecting on my own journey, for 4 years I blogged with minimal success, never exceeding 200 subscribers. I realize now that I lacked belief in my ability to produce exceptional writing. However, a significant shift occurred in recent months. My subscriber count surged to over 5,000. This change was sparked by a new commitment to take my writing and my self-perception seriously. I started to invest in myself as if I were already a top writer, adopting the mindset of a winner well before any tangible success manifested. I enrolled in a $500 writing course, established a routine of waking up at 6 a.m. to write daily, and invested hundreds of dollars in personal development books. I began to treat myself as one of the best writers on the internet, confident that soon I would be among them. Napoleon Hill encapsulates this belief: no one is ready for a thing until he believes he can acquire it. I've found that directing your mind towards a specific goal leads it to work tirelessly towards achieving it. Currently, my aim is to amass 100,000 email subscribers within 6 months, and I genuinely believe it's achievable. As a result, my subconscious continuously seeks out strategies to realize this goal, maintaining a state of alertness to any opportunity that might propel me towards this objective. This type of mindset transformation is rare. Most people never allow themselves to experience the thrill of believing that remarkable success is within their grasp. The mindset of a winner begins well before actual success. Winners behave as if they are already successful, confident in their future achievements. This belief isn't just optimistic thinking, it actively shapes their reality, as their minds incessantly explore avenues to success. Reflecting on my past, when I was a 23-year-old with a small blog attracting less than 50 views a day, I joined an entrepreneurial networking group. The members, clad in business suits, seemed worlds apart from me. They swapped complex jokes and frequented upscale bars where a single beer could cost $11, a setting and lifestyle that felt alien to me at the time. Yet, being surrounded by individuals who embodied where I aspired to be, I began to see the power of environment and belief in action. Their confidence and approach to life taught me that embodying success isn't about mimicking external attributes, rather, it's about internalizing a mindset that no dream is too lofty and no goal is unattainable. Embracing this perspective, I learned to see myself not as an outsider to success, but as an inevitable participant and creator of it. This journey from doubt to confidence, from a blogger struggling to find his voice to one who stands on the brink of substantial influence, underscores a universal truth: greatness starts with the belief that you are already capable. It's a belief that fuels relentless effort, sharpens focus, and unleashes a torrent of creativity and determination that can overcome even the most daunting challenges. As I continue on this path, I am reminded daily that the greatest barrier to success is the limitation we place on our belief in our own potential. The group I once eagerly joined proudly bore titles like founders, CEOs, and investors. I found myself amidst a crowd of ambitious individuals, but after a few weeks, I withdrew. Among these individuals were genuinely kind and passionate souls, yet, paradoxically, the environment was also thick with those who seemed more enamored with their titles than with making a real impact. It became clear that titles have become somewhat trivial in our modern age. Virtually anyone can claim to be an expert or a CEO in today's entrepreneurial landscape. Chasing after titles and wealth can lead you down a path that, I assure you, ends in emptiness and regret. These markers of success promise fulfillment, but often fail to deliver. Instead, the goals that truly enrich one's life involve experiential learning and profound personal transformation. Viktor Frankl poignantly noted, "For success, like happiness, cannot be pursued, it must ensue." This wisdom suggests that if we focus on nurturing our personal growth and embracing transformative experiences, success will naturally follow, drawn to us as if by magnetic force. I recently turned the last page of Memoirs of a Geisha, a deeply moving narrative about a girl coerced into a life of subservience to men, a life she was tricked into believing would lead to love and acceptance. Tragically, she spent her days performing for the affection of a man, mistakenly thinking this path would heal and fulfill her deepest needs. Her story is a stark reminder of the peril in chasing illusions of love, approval, and success. Like the young geisha, many of us spend our lives pursuing superficial desires, wealth, sexual gratification, security, and public acknowledgement. However, these pursuits often lead us astray, leaving us no closer to true contentment. It is essential, then, to shift our focus away from societal accolades and towards a more profound personal journey. Strive to become someone you can admire and respect, someone whose actions and choices align with the highest ideals of character and integrity. Every moment spent in envy is a moment lost. We are granted limited time in this life, and many of the most accomplished individuals reflect in their later years on how swiftly it all passed. There is no room for jealousy when life is so fleeting. By constantly comparing ourselves to others, we lose the opportunity to forge our unique path and to act in ways that are authentically ours. In conclusion, focus on cultivating a life that prioritizes personal growth, meaningful experiences, and true self-fulfillment. Let go of the empty chase for external validation and instead invest in developing a sense of self-worth that is grounded in real, personal achievements and genuine human connections. The pursuit of such a life is not only more rewarding but also far more likely to lead to the kind of success that is both fulfilling and enduring. As you embark on this journey, remember that the true measure of your life will be the richness of your experiences and the depth of your character, not the titles you hold or the wealth you accumulate. When your values and behaviors fail to align, the discord can lead to feelings of unhappiness and emptiness, creating a chasm in your sense of self. Tim Denning poignantly captures this sentiment when he says, "Personal incongruency is what causes so much of our pain. Not being you will destroy you." It's a stark reminder that the real tragedy lies not in failing to reach external benchmarks, but in failing to remain true to oneself. Rather than languishing in mediocrity and succumbing to the destructive comparison game, it's far more rewarding to invest that energy into personal growth and self-discovery. The metaphor of jealousy and resentment being akin to drinking poison and expecting the other person to die resonates deeply for its vivid portrayal of the futility and self-harm of such emotions. This brings to mind some sage advice I once received, encapsulated in just 4 words: stay in your lane. This simple directive is profound. It doesn't matter how swiftly others are moving forward, nor does it matter your own speed in comparison. If you're constantly distracted by others' progress, your own journey will be jeopardized. The key is to maintain focus on your own path, to learn relentlessly, to experiment, to embrace failures as stepping stones, and to discover methods that propel you forward. As you continue, you'll naturally build momentum, and one day, you'll be astonished at how far and fast you've progressed. Eradicate jealousy from your life and dedicate your free moments to learning and evolving. The harsh reality is that many will choose to remain ensnared within the confines of mediocrity, competing for average rewards. But this doesn't have to be your reality. The path to an exhilarating and fulfilling life is less traveled, yet it is wide open and free from the throngs that clutter the more common routes. Deciding to transition from an ordinary to an extraordinary life is perhaps one of the most thrilling choices you can make. This journey, rich with learning, growth, and development, will invigorate you, making you feel more alive than ever before. It's about choosing success over mediocrity, choosing enrichment over mere entertainment, and opting for personal growth over envy. Resolve to pursue what truly matters to you, not what is dictated by societal pressures or the expectations of others. It's about forging your own path and celebrating your unique journey. Each step taken in the direction of self-improvement and deeper understanding is a step away from the shadows of average existence and into the light of extraordinary possibility. So, embrace this quest for personal transformation. Choose to expand your horizons through continuous learning rather than wasting energy on envy. Cultivate a life where your actions and values are harmoniously aligned and where personal growth is prioritized over fleeting distractions. By making these choices, you not only enhance your own life, but also set a standard that inspires others to follow suit, proving that the pursuit of greatness is not only about reaching a destination, but about savoring the journey itself. This, ultimately, is the path to a deeply satisfying and impactful life. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to push the like button and subscribe to be yourself, and hit the notification bell icon for more content like this. As always, thank you for tuning in. Your presence and engagement are what make this journey so rewarding.